I know that everything in Fire Force's power system is based on fire, but don't let that turn you off from the series, because they use this fire in ways that you'd never expect, and it keeps the series entertaining and fresh. You'd never expect people who use fire-based attacks to find ways to use other elements outside of fire. For example, ice, but it doesn't just stop there. Electricity, wind, radiation, and even gravity, and there's plenty more to come as the series continues. People really sleep on this power system. It's so good, I'd actually even compare it to Shaman King's power system. As long as you have the intelligence to do something, you can come up with a way to do it. Stream, a member of the White Hoods, was able to use wind as an ability because he uses the air currents inside of his flames to create wind that he attacks with. This type of resourcefulness is literally just the start of it. From accelerating cell division to controlling robots to even controlling your own robot body, you can do just about anything. And that's not even taking into account how the characters in this series will use different tools to help them as they fight. For example, Maki's Iron Owls help her out offensively and defensively in combat, and they also allow her to scout out her surroundings. Arthur uses Excalibur to concentrate his plasma into the form of a blade. Orochi, a White Hood, does the same as Arthur, but instead she uses it with her whip. Then we have Gold, a White Hood that uses her golden gauntlet to fight with magnetism. And this is really just the start of it. We haven't even talked about the pyrokinetic constructs. I know this may sound strange at first, but when you think about it, third generations are kinda like Green Lanterns. Now hear me out. The characters in Fire Force make swords, Gatling guns, missiles, flails, scythes, giant flaming laser shooting radiation logos. They basically make whatever they want out of thin air, and they are entirely made out of flames. Just like a Green Lantern, they make giant constructs, but instead they make constructs out of flames. Outside of the constructs fitting in with the themes of the characters, like Arthur being a knight, so he makes knight-themed constructs. Also, his constructs are made out of plasma. But yes, outside of each character having their own specific construct based on the theme that they represent, they can basically make whatever they want out of nothing. They are literally making the equivalent of a Green Lantern construct with fire, but not only this, they also harness the powers of elements outside of fire and use tools to compensate for what they lack or enhance their overall abilities. It's really crazy because we haven't even gone over the powers of the Adora Burst and how Ki is incorporated into this power system. It's really a lot to take in at first, but I do plan on going into more detail in another video. But to keep it short, through Ki, Shinra is able to go through other dimensions such as Adala and condense his flames into a single point. Benimaru is so skilled at this, he can actually make a laser. The way they concentrate Ki with their hand signs gives their flames different properties such as explosions, condensed flames, and even lasers. When it comes to the powers of the Adala Burst, fourth generations have the ability to ignore the restrictions of physics, like how Shinra disintegrates himself and is able to return back to normal because of the Preacher's blessing. This blessing is also what allows Shinra to move at light speeds. Light shows time stop and how Inca is able to look into the future. With this blessing, they are able to defy the laws of the universe. These characters can manipulate elements. They use different tools in combat to amplify their abilities or to improve what they lack in. They make flame constructs and they use Ki to enhance their flames. And they are able to defy the laws of physics. When you put all of these things together and you look at the bigger picture, you'll then realize that this series' power system has a lot more going for it than just simply using some fire gimmick.